think about it, maybe I should use some commentary with this, just so I can explain characters. You know, for you guys. To start up with, Guadua. A character so well known, they actually made the TV Tropes page. Guadua is an interesting one. Medium weight's a little slow on the ground, but she's got quite a bit of kick. To start with, crap. There were two things there. First off, Hjonk. Neutral special. Deals okay damage. Also lets you heal on certain things. Like this bamboo here. The heal is only 3%. It doesn't sound like a lot, and it isn't. But if you're able to get out enough bamboo, then it can mean a lot. Especially since the bamboo also counts for opponents. You can lay bamboo with down special. Crap. Nice try. Or not. Let's see. Lay bamboo with down special. You can chomp it. If the bamboo hits the opponent, then they get a special state where you can chomp them for HP. The angle is subtle, so it's fairly easy to use it as a free means of checking the opponent. Oh boy. Side special is a knuckle attack. Well, dashing knuckle. Pops the opponent into the air. It can be a useful chaining tool. Crap! No. Get me away from you. Nice. Up special lets you toss a bamboo stick, which, when it hits the opponent, gives them the bamboo stick. But it's also integral to Guadua's recovery, because after you toss the stick, you can hit up special again to jump over to it. Whew. The grip only works if the item that Guadua is gripping is within her reach. Or within line of sight, sorry. If it's not, then it's not going to do anything. Perfect spacing on the poke. Surprisingly balanced and also awkward to use for me. Kirby. Small character. 4 jumps. You may recognize a lot of Kirby's kit here from Smash. Not all of it is there though. Case in point. They replaced Kirby's final cutter with Jet Uppercut. Mirror. Hammer. Ah! At that, down special is Jet Attack. Ow. In terms of side special, Cutter, which can be directed a little bit. Inhale. Great for nullifying dash attacks, and pops the opponent into the air. Naturally, this being Rivals of Aether, we can't really use that as a means of copying abilities. Hammer! Crap, I should have had the hammer flip ready. Crap, nope. Crap. 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 Crap! No! There we go. I didn't realize hammer flip damaged me. And it's by 2% fire damage. Interesting. It is fast enough that you can probably perform the hammer flip by itself and still be effective. Come on. Nice try. Nice try. I'm actually surprised I lived that. I should not have lived that. Holy shit. I'll take my win. Third up, one of my favorite of the modded characters, Ash. In terms of her kit, I think Little Mac got a few different upgrades and went furry. Very fast, but a bit on the stiff side. But to make up for it, she's got a lot of chaining potential. Nice try. Home run. Whoop. In terms of specials, a charging punch, where if you hit the enemy at close range, then it will have devastating power. A similar case in point there for a smash attack. Side special. Orcane, what were you doing there? Side special. Is it dash forward, and if you tap the enemy, you'll pop them into the air. It's a chaining tool. It can also be directed, so you can angle it up, angle it down. Oh shoot. Crap. Okay, at least hit you with that. Up special is a tornado punch. Lifts the target. It doesn't have too much killing potential. That, on the other hand, does. Get fisted. No jailing this. Ah! Cats don't like getting wet. Get back here. There we go. Uppercut. Ding ding. Alright, down special. At close mid-range, it can pull the opponent in, make it easier for you to chain in, but otherwise, it's an okay tool. This one's gonna be a bit of a weird one. ML. If you've played a lot of Sonic Battle, you might recognize a good chunk of his moveset. I could go into the gross details of what's what, because I actually do know all the moves by heart. But let's not. Let's not say we did. Ah! What I will go over, however, specials. Chaos Zero's lob attack, which, if I remember correctly, is a shot attack in Sonic Battle. An arcing projectile with a decent amount of weight. Using it will send ML backward a little bit. It's mostly meant... It can be used as a chaining tool. Standard projectile jailing. Up special here is Jet, a jetpack hover. Now, it does look like you get a free recovery on it. Here's the thing, though. It is super, super long and telegraphed to hell and back. Chances are, if you're using it, the enemy is immediately going to be on top of you. Because you can't really control it all that well. You can control it left and right, but that's about it. Damn. Thought I timed that perfectly, but there was a noodly platform. Try that. Let's see. I'm not sure if I showed side special once, which is Chase. The side special can be used to recover, kind of. And by inputting the attack button directly afterward, you can perform a attack is an attack. It has... Ah! It has a property to meteor affect the opponent. It's still going to be very hard to hit with unless you're using it to recover. As a result, it makes this particular special hard to use. Nice. You want furry bait? You got it. Renamon's an interesting one. Okay, agility, but a bit on the heavy side. In terms of specials, Diamond Storm is the basic. It's got a long cooldown timer after use. Mostly it's used to get some free damage on the opponent. Oops, try again. The recovery is Crescent Kick. A good chunk of Renamon's kit is borrowed from her Digivolutions. Case in point, if you'll notice, the dash attack is Cubimon. And at least a few of the sprites are borrowed from, I believe it was a GBA game. Oh, right, I forgot. Now, side special. Side special is Firm Grip. Grab the opponent, and then afterward, you can hit a button to toss them. Either forward, behind you, by moving around, down, is it down at your feet, or otherwise into the air. Oh. Nice try. There's Talmon coming in for a smash attack. Two of the smash attacks, actually. Down special, I don't know what that attack is. I guess Wind one. It's a bit funky to use. Good at jailing the opponent, and when you do connect with it, it'll pull the opponent toward you. Ah! Okay, that's cute. Actually hit with that. Usually I don't have that much good luck with back attacks. Eh. Try. Crap. Done. Ever wanted to feel like that you were ripped out of a CRT television? Mr. Game & Watch. Pretty much is, usual Smash fare. Or at least if you're playing, like, Melee Brawl. Smash 4. Only with a few, Rivals of Ether tweaks. For one, you have to mash the button to spam sausages, and the fire attack that comes out at point blank from the pan also tacks on an additional 2% damage, because Rivals of Ether. Judgment operates pretty much the same way as you think. I've yet to see a 9, let alone hit with it. Really? There we go! Up special is Fire Rescue, as usual. It doesn't have the parachute that it did within Smash 4, however. At that, you might also notice the key down attack does not catapult you to the ground. Lastly, Oil Panic. I don't know how it works here, actually. I want to say that it can absorb projectiles and much like the same way it can within usual Smash, only just universal projectiles here. But I've only played against CPUs, so I haven't had a chance to test it. Got the books. How is that not killing potential yet? This has been 212%! What the fuck? Are you dead yet? Jeez! Talk about 2-bit. What am I doing? Hjonk. The Goose here has a surprisingly involved kit of moves. For the most part, they operate like a typical fighter, even with multiple jumps. 2, 3, I think that's 4 jumps? But then we get into specials. Hjonk. It doesn't seem like it does much at first. We'll come back to that. It does light damage, usually. Side special, Pan! Decent killing potential move with a lot of knockback. Sideward knockback, usually. Up special. Wing Beat. Launches you directly upward. You can't control it. And if I can get Ori off screen, off the side for a bit, I can maybe demo the down special, because this is where the meat of his gameplay comes in. Or her. I don't care. I don't judge. Walkie-talkies. With down special, you'll take out a walkie-talkie, and you'll usually hold it until you use a smash attack. The smash attack lets you throw it. You can also put it away the same way. You know, for the cases when you don't need to use it. You might have noticed, while I had the second walkie-talkie out, that the other one on the right side kinda honked. That's because it can stagger enemies, letting you get a simpler chain in. All it does is stagger, however. It has no kill potential. But even the stagger by itself means a lot. Oh, never mind. It does when it's charged. This can make it a very dangerous jailing tool. But even then, it requires so much setup, and as you notice, the walkie-talkies can also be juggled around by your attacks. So if you see one, launch it off the stage, and there goes one of the Goose's main killing tools. It can't be a fucking furry stream without a mention of some anthropomorphic character, can it? Sonic here has some of the same kit as he does within Brawl, etc., etc. But there are a lot of changes. For example, Bounce Bracelet. I don't use Sonic, so this is going to be a losing match. Basic special is homing attack. If the enemy is close by, then you'll target them and dash toward their direction. And kill yourself. Like I said, I'm not going to be good at using Sonic. I can guarantee that. Side special is dash attack. Dash attack lets you, well, dash forward. Good for keeping the momentum going. Ah! And apparently it does have killing potential. I didn't know that. That makes it very viable. That was a complete reversal. Wow. Claren, I am so sorry. Not only am I incompetent at using you, apparently the CPU is too. Ah! Okay, I take it back. I take it back. Down special. Spin dash. Great for letting you roam around the field, but it could also lead you to your death if you're not careful. Again, Sonic's big shtick is speed, so it makes sense. You gotta be able to manage that speed, and if you can't, then you're due to die. Nice back kick. The up special is Spring. It's not a great recovery, but it's enough to get the job done. There's no combat potential for it, or that I know. There's also no extra interactivity with other characters. That I know. Oh. We finally get to hit one of the more complicated characters of this list. The little guy looks fairly innocuous, but Astra has a kit and a half. To start with, neutral special, when held, lets you pick a card. Each of these cards have their own effects on every other special in the game. That he has, sorry, or she. I don't actually know. So pick a card carefully, and quickly. Side special lets you charge up and use that card's effect. Depending on the color of the card, the effect will change. Purple launches the opponent backward. The more damage they have, the further they get launched. Ah, crap. Fire can be charged. It will only have an effect after it's max charged. Its effect lets you launch a very powerful projectile. At that, make sure to charge it, period. We'll get into why shortly. Plays for now. Go away. As for our last special, I don't 100% know how to use it. Up special is standard recovery. I believe the blue card has the best recovery. But moving right along to the down special. Lay Trap. Lay Trap lets you put down a card talisman and then use it as a trap. depending on the element of the card, the trap will have different effects. After you use the card, you need to pick it back up again. Otherwise, you can't use this special anymore. Nice try. Okay, so purple, it does that. Ah! Astra is a very complicated character to use. But they do have quite a bit of kit to get the job done. A lot of thinking power required, though. Speaking of thinking power, or should I say chaos power, Shadow, with a very peculiar moveset. A good chunk of it is borrowed, again, from Sonic Battle. Not all of it. Basic special, Chaos Spear. There are two different ways to charge it up. The baseline Chaos Spear is a simple projectile, doesn't do all that much damage, doesn't do all that much staggering. Charge it up. The projectile can travel longer, and has much more damage and range. However, there's a third way to use the projectile. By hitting the shoulder button, you can use up charges of Chaos Power. This has the most amount of power and knockback out of the three, but you can only get Chaos Power by damaging your opponent. Unless you're dealing damage, then nothing doing. Such, you can always check your meter at the above your HUD. You can only hold a maximum of 3 charges, so make sure to use them wisely. Speaking of charge, Homing Rush can be slightly directed. Lets you whack the opponent multiple times in a row, dealing damage. Of course, you can also Chaos Warp. A highly controllable warp. And lastly, down special, a different sort of warp. This one does have a cooldown on it. Use it in the air to get yourself back to the ground fast. Ow! Oh, I lost all my charge. Damn. Oh, so there is a way to use that offensively. Ah! I'm not losing this now. Crap. There we go. I'll take a win with Shadow. Ah, Space Colony Arc. Cool. That's not your friend. Nothing can stop you now. No ghost to bring you down when there's nothing left to lose. You win. They chose that specifically because of that, didn't they? God damn! And because we didn't get enough edgelords, Falco, operating pretty much exactly as Falco would expect you to, complete with the property of Blaster fires a little faster in the air. I wanted to demo that, but okay. See? Now, I don't play Falco, so I'm expecting to lose this. They did change around a couple of his attacks, I feel like. Falco Phantasm. Pretty standard. Yes, there's the Reflector, and it's exactly like a Smash Reflector, but it's got a lot of cooldown on it. Use it only for projectiles. Maybe you could use it as a spacing jail, but it's going to be a lot harder to do that. Specifically because of how Rival Speedrun operates. Jeez! I thought I wasn't going to get up there. Ow, 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 ow. Ah! Damn it! No, no! Yeah. Nice try. CPU Ayala, ladies and gentlemen. Jailed. Ah! Reverse jailed. How is that only death 1? I feel like this match has been going on forever. There we go. As usual with Falco, killing off the top is recommended. Oh, I didn't know you could feint it. That's really cool. Now. I know Eliana. I play Eliana. The moment her heat gets up, you want to punish her. There we go. Was all 3 of those attacks off the top? Oh, that looks cute. I think that artwork is directly borrowed from Star Fox 2, even. Because we have to have some Pokemon in this, if we're already referencing a few other games. But this Lucario works quite a ways more differently than Lucarios you're used to. For one, this Lucario has a Bone Club. This Bone Club is used for a lot of Lucario's specials. Using the side special lets you embed it into the opponent. From there, you can dash back to the opponent using extreme speed. It's hard to react to it. These are side and up special, by the way. At that, the Bone Club itself, it doesn't have as much killing potential. But it does have range. And in the cases where you need range, it's a king at that. If you don't need it, don't use it. Lucario's got plenty of aura where that came from. Just be careful about getting too close to the opponent. Once that happens, you will get your club back. Can't get rid of it forever. Though when the club is embedded in the opponent, you do get Force Palm as an ability. You know, as your side special instead. No matter what you do, though, down special immediately lets you get a club back. And of course, neutral special is Aura Sphere. Also, up special. Toss the Bone Club high into the air. Inputting it again lets you dash to it. Anyway, back to Aura Sphere. You can fully charge it, and then launch it at any point. It's a fairly strong projectile. Oh! Arcane, you pissant. Eat that. Eat beans. Lucario's got a lot to his kit, but it's still gonna require a lot to learn, and there's a good amount of skill barrier here. It's not grossly overpowered, and it's not grossly cheap. I also like that Mystery Dungeon music. Continuing with the meme picks. That's gonna catch me off guard next week, isn't it? Oh dear. Based off of the Scott Falco skits, Speedrunner Link. Oh geez. Shield serve. Speedrunner Link here has a lot to his kit, including bombs. Even back toss bombs. What? Okay, standard arrows, not terribly effective, but not terribly meh. You can also place a brick. This brick is integral to a lot of attacks. Including bombs. Up special, glider, you get to use it for time, and then face plant when you inevitably hit the ground. Down special, I think, is stasis? Ah! Let you launch it around, or your opponent. Because I think this can also be used on... Yup, it can. Of course, you gotta be at point blank, so it's gonna be hard to hit with. Also this. Yeah, that's how slow you move. It's practically a special. I still think this is ridiculous. Mean. Ow. This isn't the link I prefer to use, honestly. Ow! No, my favorite Link is another one. A little more on the complicated side, and with a couple custom button inputs. Only one, though. Iroh's kit is a little bit funky. And it's mostly reliant on his arms. Any attack that involves his arms has killing potential. A fairly slow character, but he's got a lot of power to him. There we go. Claw Scratch. Base Special, Overcharge. Damage enemies that are close by. By itself, it's nothing too special. But you might have noticed the glowing meter. I don't fully know how he builds up charge. Smack. Whee! I want to say it has to do with, like, certain attacks, maybe a special. Side special. Lightning Charge. You can also use it to grab the opponent and carry them into parts unknown. Up special. Jet Uppercut. Or an electrical uppercut. But strangely enough, this particular uppercut is mostly a chaining tool. It doesn't have killing potential at all. Now. Down special looks to be a sort of counter. Maybe. Ah, crap. Nice scratch. But you might have noticed that flashing button combination at the bottom. What happens if we push him? You enter Berserk State. This Berserk State gives you increased damage potential, period. And killing potential, too. It's also gonna make your attacks that much more savage. Continue hitting the opponent to continue being in this Exceed state. Oh. A very involved character. But since it's so tricky to actually kill with Iroh Classic's abilities, there's quite a bit of a skill gap. Next up, Lyca, an archer. Now before you start getting on me for, oh crap, he picked an archer, hear me out. Because this particular character, Lyca, still has quite a bit of melee potential. It's just a lot of her specials are projectiles. Case in point, charge up a fire arrow. Alternatively, you can hit another button, provided you have another Fox Spirit around you, and perform a more powerful attack. Similarly, you can also launch out these Fox Spirits to detonate on the opponent. You'll get one back if you can hit them. Otherwise, the only way you can gain more Fox Spirits is by regenerating them. Or, sorry, by... I think it's by hitting with the projectile attack. Oh, right, I forgot. You have a You're actually the perfect counter to Lyca. You're a denial of service character. At least while we're in your Ryoku field here, I can't really do shit. Drop kick. Eat that. Yep, there we go. Got all 3 spirits. Seems like you could sacrifice spirits with the up special. Just to give you some additional recovery. Again, I picked balanced characters, this one included and especially. Because unless you're landing your projectiles, you're not going to get much use out of Lyca. A good lot of her kit is locked behind. Ow! This also means, while I love the character, I'm bad at using them. Ow! Sunburst? Can't really edge you with that. Damn. Eh! Good. Jeez. Clarin being Clarin. Clarin mains, am I right? Jeez. Crap. Couldn't recover. I might have had it. Almost. And speaking of speedrunners, who wanted a Mario? This Mario is an interesting one. You might notice that speed counter. As you hit the opponent, that will build up. This is required to recover. Without speed counter, your recovery is pants. So that means you need to be able to hit the opponent repeatedly in order to build that up. And you also lose it by getting hit.
Knock knock.
Booty bump. That was face special and side special right there. Why is there there a Bowser? But yeah, like I said, balanced. Because unless you're hitting the opponent, you're not gonna have much to your kit. Effect. Not sure what that is. Looks like you can slap it around, kind of. Charge at least. There we go.
Here we go!
Oh. And back to complicated characters. Emerl. Ever wanted desserts? Ever wanted to experience what it'd be like to be on the other side of a dessert? Introducing our pastry chef. Emerl's got quite a bit to her kit. Including belly flops. For neutral special, is it neutral special? Let's call it seasoning. That effect that you're seeing on the opponent is something that will only activate at a certain point. You might be seeing the glowing ring around me. After planting it on enemy, it will take time. But once all that heat's built, your power drastically increases for a little bit. A few seconds. But more pressingly, that's when these desserts come in. At full heat, they'll trigger on the target, and they will catapult the target in that direction. So, if we do something like, come on, this, that particular dessert catapulted Hodon downward. Up special lets you charge up and then catapult yourself high into the air. The explosion you create will damage enemies. It's also chargeable. Oh crap. So singular parry and then there it goes? You can only have one dessert effect on a target at a time. So pick the right dessert for the right situation. crap, I don't think I went over down special. Ah, well. A meme pick. Brony will enjoy this one. Egg Dog! A fairly standard kit, surprisingly, for a meme kit. Kickies. For baseline special, call in some scissors. The projectile does take a while to build. Use it as a way to check spacing. Or time delay punish. Side special, catapult. Use this as a free means to close the distance on an opponent, launch them into the air, and continue combo. Up special, cannon shot. Fairly standard recovery. There's no offensive effect to it. It's literally just box standard recovery. Ow. Also, Egg Dog is really light. And lastly, down special. This is gonna be your means of projectile jailing. Toss out a rolling projectile. It obeys surfaces, so you'll need to keep that in mind. I wonder if you can only have one projectile out at a time. Oh, you can! So you can't really use it too much as a punching tool. Good to know. Poor Maple. Egg Dog doesn't have much range, being a tiny light character. You'll constantly need to be in your opponent's face, and that's itself a risk. Jailed. Next up, Rykenburn. One of my favorite modern characters, actually. And a somewhat complex one. Think Ganondorf, but with a few more bells and whistles. To start with, smash attacks inflict a unique ailment on opponents, Smog. Smogged opponents, when grabbed with neutral or side special, or up special, take drastically increased damage and knockback. Of course, this also means that these smash attacks aren't good killing options, period. You're gonna be fairly reliant on this Smog. I've already shown side special, which is Pile Driver. Down special is a dive kick. This dive kick can also inflict Smog, and when used in the air, lets you return to the ground. Ah! Driven. Up special. Much like Captain Falcon and Ganondorf's Hug to Death. You can use it again after you've successfully hit the opponent with it. You can even jump again in some cases. Basic special. Donkey Kong parry. Ow. Yes, you can move while using it, and fling the opponent in a few different directions. Ever want to play a grappler? This is grappler defined. Smog. love this character. No bull. This one's also a bit of a meme pick. Actually, the next two. Ever want to play Crash? A bit of a complicated character with a lot of speed and movement. And okay recovery options, too. Neutral Special lets you pick a crate. Well, provide you weight. You can mash the button to toss it. Nitro crates take a while to build up, but they can be very powerful killing tools and jails. Side special. Spin. After a bit of charge, it's a little more effective and travels faster. Up special I think I've shown already, which lets you toss a crate if you have one back. Again, crates can be used as stomping tools. When they are, you'll get a jump back. Perfect. That is a disgusting attack. Down special, Wumpa Fruit. The projectile is a good way of attacking opponents from above, letting you get a free advance. Alternatively, you can use it on the ground, when I finally have a chance against Follow here, to bring out the Wumpa Cannon. Hit the attack button, and you'll be able to fire out Wumpa Fruit. Crap. Wumpa Fruit act as free ways to trigger crates. You can only have one crate at a time, though, so you're gonna need to be careful about how you use it. Whether it's for recovery or for power. There we go. Oh, we're in this part of the pack. The, semi-high skill characters pack. Bat. Bat has a lot. 3 jumps to start with. And a lot to do with her bat. To start with, base special lets you fling your ball. Down special lets you bring it back toward you. Side special charges it up. The ball has 3 levels of charge. After the 3rd level, it becomes a very dangerous jailing tool. And killing projectile. Ag. Up special. But yeah, a lot of Bat's kit revolves around using her Bat and her Bat Ball. Very much a high skill character. But if you can figure out how to use her ball effectively, she is dangerous. Oh, crap! Surprisingly high skill character to use. especially since her own ball can be used against her. I don't know if Claren's anti-projectile jail works on it. Crap. It does. That's a shame. As usual, Claren has the answer to all projectiles, and it's usually bad. Against melee, I beg to differ. Also, Bat Bat is adorable. And because I like Mystery Dungeon, there's one more Pokemon. Grovile's got a decent amount to his kit, and a lot of his attacks are, in fact, Pokemon moves. Vine Whip. Whoop. Nice try. Bullet Seed is a Till. Dash Attack is a very powerful one. A little tricky to hit with, though. But, more pressingly, part of Grovile's kit involves inventory management. By holding down basic special, by the way, Leaf Blade, you can bring up your inventory. You get 4 different projectiles to pick from. Iron Thorns are great for just lobbing and checking your... If you need something with killing potential, try Blast Seed. Want a good way to jail opponents? Gravel Rock. My time, dear. Not playing your game. Maybe I'm playing your game. Damn it. I didn't even get to show off the rest of his kit. Up Special, I did show at least. Up Special is an Escape Orb. Pretty standard. Highly telegraphed. Easy to punish. And the last projectile, a trap. That trap will continually chip damage enemies that walk into it, or even through it. Crap. Double crap. There we go. Luminous Orb. Thank you, Cleanse Orb. And lastly, Down Special, Dig. A free way to return to the ground. It does in fact have some killing potential, and some mix-up potential, because you do get to pick the direction in which you get to launch out of it. You're gonna be stationary, however. Grovile's game is pretty much inventory and spacing management, but he isn't necessarily great at it. You're still going to need to get up close and personal for the kill. Oh boy! There we go. Oh jeez! Goddamn Arcane! Alright, I didn't show off the side special. Warp Seed. Redirectable, and when you use it, you warp directly to the opponent. It's highly telegraphed, so don't expect to be using this as a recovery tool. Instead, use it as a way to search out the opponent and take them out fast. Next up on the characters list, my actual favorite Link. Yet more inventory management. This Link works drastically different from the Link you might be used to. For one, for a projectile, he doesn't shoot an arrow, he shoots a spear. This spear makes for a decent spacing tool, but watch its durability. After a point, you are going to get another spear once you hit down special. And each and every spear has its own advantages and disadvantages. These spears are also used within the up specials, within the up smash, down specials, etc. So don't think that it's just one specific tool. Side special, Shield Surf. Use it as a quick means of getting to the opponent, or otherwise just floating around the field. Similarly, up special is the Glider. A small pop-up into the air, but that's about it, really. You can toggle it on and off repeatedly. Actually, no, you can't. Just make sure to use it carefully. It's good for helping you recover from above, but not necessarily from below. However, you do have tools for that. After all, what else is your stamina meter for? Normally in Rivals of Aether, a character only gets one wall jump. This Link is an exception. Provided he has stamina to spare, he can recover from almost anything. But just because he can recover doesn't mean that your tools are going to last forever. For example, once that spear runs out, you're pretty weenie. You're stuck punching the opponent for a bit. And lastly, down special, Bomb. The bomb is a trap that you can set up, just like within Smash Ultimate. Use it as a free way to jail the opponent. Or, juggle it around. Get some creative combos. You can't pick it up, by the way. I mean, cannot. Also, if your spear gets launched off screen, it's gonna break immediately. You're gonna need to pick up a new one. Poked. Burnett. Again, another complicated character, but balanced. Decent speed, but fairly light. In terms of specials, base special. Doesn't look all too impressive at first, does it? We'll get into why. Side special is a dash attack with a lot of telegraph on it. Up special is an uppercut. There may be some killing potential in this. But you might have noticed that glowing A plus B at the bottom. By hitting both of your attack and special buttons, you'll unleash Kikosho, a slow medium to long range projectile. Not a great jailing tool, So what gives? What about this character makes it so complicated and special? Well, I conveniently skipped over one thing. I'm trying to remember how you do it. Yep, down B. Down B is a chargeable stationary projectile, and the main complexity of this character. Laren, get away, please. Charge up this projectile and let it loose. It can be interacted with using your attacks. If the opponent touches it, they'll take serious damage. Okay, not serious, but they'll take a decent amount of damage. It's also the main reason why the side special and the base special are so strange. Because they can all interact with this projectile in unique ways. Such as being able to throw it. Or call it to you. You can only have one of these projectiles active at a time. I believe it also interacts with Kikosho. Okay, it kind of pushes it, but that's about it. But again, this particular character's kit is all about juggling your opponent and gimmicking their spacing. But without that projectile, you're left with very few kill options. And of course, Pit and Dark Pit work mostly the same, so we'll only go over one of them. Toss out an arrow that you can direct. Dark Pit's is slower, as usual, but deals a little more damage. Side special. Gun. With Dark Pit, the projectile is a lot slower, and you can't rapid fire them, but it's powerful. If you don't use this attack for a while, it becomes even more powerful. Pit and Dark Pit both have 4 jumps. Also, upper dash arm is your side special. Claw. Oh, that's where you put the dynamo cannon. Cool. And lastly, down special. Guardian Orbitar. I think it can reflect projectiles. Don't quote me on that. Actually, if anything, Guardian Orbitar is the one part of this kit that I don't know how to use. Knuckle down. Aside from that, Pit operates quite a lot like how he does within Smash. Just those few tweaks. Complete with stage chasing ability. Again, Pit is a light character, so he's going to be very easy to take out. Not to mention, a good chunk of his better attacks have a lot of cooldown on them. And that upper dash arm does not have armor. It does go farther the more you charge it, but who's gonna be charging it that much anyway? This guy! Ho-ho! Greninja! Again, operates like he does in Smash. Like, actually one-to-one. Mimikyu, however, is ways more original. A floatier character than most of the rest. But with a lot more interesting effects and abilities. Yeah. Down special lets you put up a Will-O-Wisp. When it touches the opponent, it burns them. This ethereal burn does involve some of Mimikyu's kit. Base special, Shadow Ball. Side special, Shadow Sneak. Or, sorry, actually, no, it's Play Rough. This is also how you take advantage of those spectral stacks. A very dangerously killing move. Up special operates a lot like Pikachu's. Ah! Get wrecked. Again, Mimikyu has a lot of damage potential, but its biggest disadvantage is its weight. A super light character like this is going to be easy to jail. Knock knock, it's Knuckles! Almost actually, these are completely original sprites too. And of course, Hodon's the opponent, yeah. This Knuckles I just playtested today, and it's very powerful and momentum-based. He's a bit of a heavier sword, so you're gonna need to use a bit more skill and finesse. Down special lets you bury yourself into the ground. You can then hit down on any of the holes you create to teleport between them. Great for mix-ups. Side special is Glide. This Glide can be redirected, and you can use it to recover, as you might think, by climbing the walls. Just bear in mind, Knuckles only has so much stamina. Ah! Up special, uppercut. Not a great recovery tool, but it's meant to be used offensively anyway.
Oh no.
Knuckle down. Similarly, neutral special is one of Knuckles' bigger killing tools. Megaton Punch. It takes a while to charge up, and automatically fires at full charge. But it has disgusting killing potential when it lands. Crap. Continuing on with characters I just tested today. I think I put this one on the kit. Hikaru is a slight form switch character, kind of. A very slow series of attacks that can be a bit hard to hit with on occasions. And a very floaty second jump. So much so that I find her hard to use. But she does have potential. It's gonna be dependent off you tool cell, such as her, neutral special. A stunning projectile that deals a decent chunk of damage. For a side special, we got something like Wolf Flash here. Down. Oop. For an up special, Doppelganger. Down special is a Doppelganger too. If the Doppelganger gets hit by the opponent, however, that's when things get a little trickier. Allowing you to enter a unique state. In this Light Guardian state, your attacks will deal a lot more damage and knockback. But again, it's dependent on the Doppelganger getting hit. At that, you can only plant a Doppelganger while you're on the ground. In the air, nothing's gonna happen. So much of this character's kit is either situational or otherwise requires a lot of planning and forethought. Do you use the stunning projectile now or later? Do you even bother with trying to get the Light Guardian state? At that, this character doesn't... This character can struggle a bit with killing potential. Again, balanced. Ah! At that, you still need to hit with the attack. There we go. Nice counter. I didn't have a chance. Olympia, ladies and gentlemen, she's ridiculous. Our final character, and the last one that I've place tested today, a very complicated character. Like playing blackjack? We made it this character's gimmick. Performing certain attacks lets you build up the meter at the bottom. The value will increase by different amounts depending on what attacks land. At 21, you can input down special to enter an exceed state. In this state, all of your attacks deal a little more damage and have a little more launch potential. But it only lasts for so long. The big gimmick with this character is building that limit back up. But you do have the tools to do so. Your basic special can be spammed out for easy use singles. There we go. You can also charge it up, so you can deal 2, 3, or sorry, you can throw out 2, 3, or a bundle of cards. Again, her big gimmick is poker. Or sorry, not poker, I mean blackjack. As a result, there's going to be a lot of situations where a person may either play it safe or otherwise bumble their inputs. All because they're trying to line up all the cards they need. Up special is literally pulling a rabbit out of a hat. Ah! Side special is a little interactive with, say, the down attack. You can also use it to ride around on the card itself, allowing you to gain the value on the card. It's even controllable. Judicious use of your cards is imperative with this character, and specifically because it requires a lot of forethought and balancing. Well, yeah, balanced. Just because you can build up all the card power you want doesn't mean that you can tactically use it. And again, chances are you'll find yourself purposely fouling attacks just so you can get to that 21. with that, we've shown all of our characters. In terms of stages, they're mostly simple to show off, so I can dumb it down to single stock matches to make it a little easier. Just pick my favorite character. These are standard Rivals of Aether stages. Some of these look a little familiar, maybe not. Terraria Overworld, it's one big platform. Bunch of platforms. I believe the tree here operates as you think, blowing characters around. Dark Ruins. Comet Observatory. The Waterfall. Such, I probably should delete this one. Twilight Grove. The Fountain of Dreams. Sky Sanctuary. Yes, those teleporters do have platforms on them. Metacrystal 64. Neo Jules Vale Stadium. This one's kind of a staple. Rivals of Smash. I'm not sure if we'll keep Vaporwave, but we may not. Nintendo GameCube. Those platforms on the side move. Miiverse. Mount DDD Stadium. Ganon's Tower. Pokemon Stadium. Planet Wisp. Hyrule Castle. And Shattered Shrine. These, in tandem with the basic stages, are going to be our battle arenas. This has been the demo of everything that we're going to be using next week. Thank you all for tuning in.